Pamela Youde Nethersole Eastern Hospital, realizing the decades-long vision of the Eastern District community while carrying forward the century-old motto of the Alice Ho Mu Ling Nethersole Hospital, keeping love, care and empathy, was established on October 15, 1993. The history and naming of the hospital could be traced back to the 1970s. Back in the 70s, there was no general acute hospital in the Hong Kong Eastern District, and the Island Eastern Corridor and Mass Transit Railway were not yet available. Residents faced traffic congestions most of the time. In times of accident, patients had to be transferred to hospitals in the Central and Western District for treatment. Therefore, 3 local pastors joined hands with residents to strive for building a hospital in the district. As a result, a general acute hospital was approved to be built in the 80s with a scale of over 1,000 beds. In 1986, the then Hong Kong Governor, Sir Edward Youde, passed away in Beijing. To commemorate his contributions to Hong Kong, the Hong Kong government planned to name the hospital after his wife, Pamela Youde. In the early 90s, the hospital construction project was in full swing. Recruiting a large number of staff was one of the biggest challenges faced by the hospital. In this connection, it was suggested to relocate former Nethersole Hospital at Bonham Road to Chai Wan temporarily until the new complex in Tai Po has been built. To avoid the rich history of the Nethersole name temporarily fading during the construction of the new hospital in Tai Po for 5 years, Dr. Kathleen So, the then Deputy Director, Operations of the Hospital Authority, obtained consent from Lady Youde, the government, Canon Lee Fu-king, the then Chairman of Hospital Governing Committee of the former Nethersole Hospital, and Sir Chung Si-yun, the then Hospital Authority Chairman. After striking a balance among all parties, it became Pamela Youde Nethersole Eastern Hospital, as now. Whenever a new hospital is opened, service commencement of the Accident and Emergency (A&E) department normally comes last, following medicine, surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, and pediatrics. But for Eastern Hospital, the establishment of A&E department was the primary mission. With additional manpower and resources deployed when the hospital commenced service in 1993, A&E service was extended to 24 hours in the following year. It broke the record of public hospitals. There was a shortage of nurses in Hong Kong. Dr. Pamela Leung, the first hospital chief executive of Eastern Hospital, and the team implemented a series of measures, including centralization of part of the non-nursing tasks handled by nurses and the introduction of the grade of supporting staff healthcare assistant to share duties including tidying beds, feeding and bathing patients. The hospital also pioneered in adopting cook-chill technology, which was convenient for meal storage and transportation to other hospitals. It created a new mode of meal production for public hospitals. The hospital's architectural design features characteristics of the time. The lobby is spacious and corridors outside the wards are extra wide, creating a sense of spaciousness. A classic stone bridge is situated at the center of the garden on the 2nd floor of the main block, with fish and turtles in the ponds on both sides. They create a place for staff, patients and visitors to relax. It is one of a kind among the public hospitals. As the first acute hospital after the establishment of the Hospital Authority, the beginning of the Eastern Hospital was a hard-won journey. Staff members of the hospital will continue to innovate with wisdom, protect public health, and carry forward the spirit of keeping love, care, and empathy.